Hi, this is David. In this week's update, I want to give you some information about what's happening in Wilderside. First of all, this week we're going to be kitting small parts combo kits for the Adventure Series. Now, what is the Adventure Series? Well, it is a different design that's aimed at freshwater anglers that comes at a more economical price point, basically. We could take out some of the high-end components that are necessary for the marine application and bring you just the same perfect experience with the easy up and down legs in the Adventure Series. And more about that is coming very, very soon as we bring some of those parts into the studio and show you what that system looks like versus the Sportsman Edition, which you see right here. The other news is we had our first, we had an angler from Louisiana asking, hey, do you have something for the Native Slayer 12.5 Max, which we do. And so we have sold him a kit, and we're excited to bring that solution to his fishing down in the Gulf. And then finally, I want to talk a little bit about some changes to the website. So that's what's happening right now. A little bit more in that conversation with Mike. And he said basically, yeah, do you have wheels for the Native Slayer 12.5? He says, I currently have a Native Sidekick system, but I find it impossible to retract deploy them without getting into the water every time. Thanks. And I replied, yes, we've got a solution. We're also running a $70 off sale right now here in December. Gave him a little extra bonus and then sent him to a link on our website. Do I just order from the attached link? Yes, do that. He says, does this stay on the kayak all the time? And I replied, well, yes, the whole system does. But for me, personally, what I like to do is, and I'll demonstrate this real quickly, is I just like to remove the wheels just like so and stow those, in the back of my pickup or whatever. So with that leg being very light, travels, I've gone tens of thousands of miles with the leg just like that. If you want to put the wheel back on again, it's just very simple. Just slide the axle right into the leg, put on the spacer so it doesn't rub, and you're back in business, ready to rock and roll. So that is basically how I like to manage my wheels, especially if you're traveling just a short distance. I leave the wheels on, but if it's over any significant distance, I like to take the wheels off. Yeah, so I asked him, where do you like to go fishing? Mike says, I mostly fish saltwater, Louisiana marshes. I'm excited to not to have to get wet in the cold this time of year, and it's like that is one of the reasons, and you'll see some of the newer changes to the website that shows various launch scenarios, and in several cases you'll see people walk down the ramp, step on the kayak, and not have to even get your feet in the water because the legs go up and down so easily while you're comfortably seated on the kayak, right like this. And you can even lower and raise them simultaneously if you like to, kind of like I just showed. So some changes to the website make it a little bit easier for customers to see actually what are the reasons why customers are migrating to the Freedom Launcher from other solutions. And I've talked to a lot of customers both before they purchased and then after, and these are the things they tell me that they like. One is obviously the wheels that easily go up or down while comfortably seated. Another factor that I don't know that too many people pay attention to, but that is that this robust design can handle up to 225 pounds depending upon the mount. And really, this can handle the weight. It's just the attachment point to the kayak. And in the case of the PA solution that you see here, very, very stout, handles heavy loads, no problems. You add batteries and motors. We've got systems on a PA14 that are breaking 200 pounds, no problem. I've gone 225, 230, 240 in some of my versions, and the basic system handles the weight just great. The other thing about it is that the wheels are outboard of the kayak. And why is that important? Well, some of my customers like to pull into the ramp with their pickup front wheels next to the water, pull the kayak up out of the water, do 180, and then let gravity help the kayak slide in the back of the pickup. During that turn and maneuver, you know, if you're on a side slope and the wheels are only this far apart like a scupper cart, there was a tendency for the kayak to tip over. And so he was always fighting the kayak wanting to tip over. He was a former scupper cart user. Now he has no problems because of the wide leg stance. You'll see there are various color and trim options available. I'll try to put some of those over here on the screen as we walk through them. There's a gentleman from Texas who decided he wanted, you know, black legs on his PA-14. So yeah, that's kind of nice. And then ultimately, what people tell me after they've purchased it, there's something about the cool factor. And that is that you have all of your gears on your kayak, you're walking down, you go down, you get on the ramp, and you're off floating, and the wheels are down, and then you easily reach out and flip the wheels up, and you're on your way, and people's jaws are dropping because they've never seen that kind of easy in and out experience on the ramp like you can have with a Freedom Launcher. I had a guy on a Pelican Catch say, the thing I love about it is the cool factor. I mean, I make my rig look really cool because I can do all this business quite easily. And you know, those are a lot of factors. We've actually have all of those now on a link on our main page, Why Customers Choose Us. There's some videos and pictures there. I'll show you an example of that right there. You can go at your leisure and take a look at that on the website. This is David from Wilderside Gear. I'm glad you joined us today, and we'll try to be giving you more and more updates as we release both new models for various kayaks for the Sportsman series, as you see here, as well as the launch of the Adventure series. Until next time, tight lines.